The Langley Whale Center opened its doors in March 2014 in a shared space in a small building on the corner of 2nd and Anthus in Langley.
When we started the Whale Center in Langley, we really didn't know what we were doing. We'd never done it before, and we had no budget. We just had a kind of an old derelict building.
It was our first Whale Center. It was tiny, and it had a leaky roof, and so in the wintertime we'd move pots around and put them under the raindrops to catch the drips.
It was slow starting, and some days we didn't even have 10 people in, but we spent our time learning about whales so we would be better equipped to answer questions for visitors.
A small and dedicated crew of board members and volunteers with a big hand from the Langley Main Street Association kept the Whale Center open as much as possible in those beginning days.
The timing of the Whale Center was so perfect in that right after we started it, we had no staff, but my sister had just left her job in Oak Harbor and was going to volunteer for us and help with our little whale center. And she had run shops of her own and done marketing and was the perfect person for this job.
Shortly after, Wendy Signs was added to the crew as the first official employee.
From those humble beginnings, the Whale Center moved one building over to a bigger space in November of 2015.
We moved to our second building and expanded our exhibits, added events, and had a nice little kids' room. We expanded our gift shop to cover the expenses so we didn't have to charge admission. Susan Howard's mission has always been to make that education accessible for everybody, so we didn't exclude anyone.
We're just there for anyone to walk in the door, and we've been able to keep it free of charge, which I really love because we are accessible to all.
With one final move in September 2017, the Langley Whale Center now proudly resides in a quaint historical building that once held a fabric store, an auto shop, and a small printing press. The center has been able to stretch its arm in the new location, with the museum proportion garnering new exhibits every year and the gift shop more than doubling in size.
With the Langley Whale Center, we have a home, and it's so wonderful to be able to walk in there and learn about all of our programs. I was so thrilled that Langley wanted us to have the Whale Center there, and I had really tried to get people convinced that we had whales on Whidbey for a long time.
And now, all these years later, we have a whole bunch of things telling people that there are whales here.
Langley Whale Center was designed with the purpose and intention to excite the imaginations of visitors from all over the world, while honoring the ecosystem we live in.
Each time we've moved, 3 times now, we've moved closer to the whales. And now all we have to do is when we hear there's a whale around from the sighting network, we come out of this door and run down the street to the whale bell and the wishing whale.
I, of course, always love seeing little kids come in and be inspired, but I also equally love meeting people who have seen whales for the first time or are just now being introduced to these wonderful creatures that we talk about.
To me, that is one of the greatest values of the Whale Center, that we can reach those people who we wouldn't reach otherwise, because we're just there for anyone to walk in the door.
I'm so grateful to the people that came before me that set up just such a wonderful, happy place that everybody is always really happy to be at.
It's all just so fantastic, and I am so happy, thrilled, and proud of it. Thank you, everyone who has made this happen. I'm talking lots of folks, and you know who you are.
I do have to say, I think the most special place in my heart is our group of volunteers, our pod, as we call them. We just attract some of the best people.
Hi, I'm Dan Meyer, volunteer for several years at the Langley Whale Center. Hi, I'm Donna, and I've been volunteering at the Whale Center for 6 years now.
Hi there, I'm Jeannie Hamilton. One of the first things I did when I moved to Whidbey in 2019 was to go over to the Whale Center and sign up to be a volunteer.
Hi, my name's Bonnie Gretz. I've been volunteering for Orca Network for, 12 years, from 2011 when I first moved here.
It made me realize that, boy, this is something to be involved with. You can educate people from all over the world and about whales and about conservation and about protecting these marine animals. So that I was hooked. That was it. I was hooked.
When I moved to Washington and volunteered at the Langley Whale Center, and I could not only be surrounded by whales, but learn about them and actually see them with my own two eyes. I mean, it genuinely changed my life.
So many people come in and they say, one time, and then they go on to describe how they looked into the eye of a whale from their boat or wherever they were, and it changed their lives. Whales can do that for people.
I've had people come in and say to me, I've lived here for 25 years and never seen a whale. And my reply to them is always the same. Then you're just not looking, because they're out there. And I tell them about our sightings network, and I show them our big whale sightings map, and hopefully start them on their own journey. We welcome everyone in the Whale Center and would love to talk whale with you and turn you into a whale nerd just like the rest of us.
I hope that we're here for a lot longer. I hope it lives on way past me and into the next generation, and that we continue to inspire people. But this is my happy place.
It's hard to believe it's 10 years already. Happy birthday, Langley Whale Center.
I congratulate you on your 10 years, and here's to many, many more. Thanks for all that you do.
I just want to say happy anniversary, Langley Whale Center, and thank you so much for letting me be involved in this great project.
Happy birthday, Langley Whale Center.
I am so thankful to be part of the Langley Whale Center anniversary video, because I just genuinely love the Whale Center so much.